Hello and welcome to another episode of Street Pundits. We're back again with some new content for you. The boys are back. Joe, I'll come to you first. How you been? I know you're probably happy. Man United fans are in a good way these times.
Yeah, I'm happy. We're winning games. Top four's pending. That's it, mate. That's all I have to say.
Adrian, I'll come to you. How you feeling? Look
Better
at
than ever. Better than ever.
Look at them. Oh, Jesus.
I'm smiling. That's what you need to know.
I come to you, Nosa. What are you saying? How you doing?
Arrogance fan today. Arrogance fan.
Cool. All right, cool. So we'll start with the weekend's results. I'll come to you, Man United fans, firstly. So obviously, you man beat Bournemouth 5-2. It was a good, it was actually quite a good game. I was watching it. It was quite loads of goals, absolutely loads of goals. But I'll come to Adrian first. What did you think of the game and how the performance of the team and just your thoughts of the game?
You know what? Before, when United used to go 1-0 down, I was like, oh, it's going to get end as a draw, or they're going to struggle to even get back into the game because we have no form of way to get back into it. But nowadays, it's like, it feels like a formality that we're just going to outscore the team. Even if they score a couple goals, it just feels like we're always going to outscore. It reminds a little bit. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but remember when Liverpool were just getting better under Klopp?
Yeah.
Their defense was really, really poor, but they would outscore everyone.
Yeah, the 17-18 team, yeah.
Yeah,
Liverpool, yeah.
It's not to that level yet. It's not to that level. And that's why I feel United are at. And I think they're in a limbo. They could mess up and stay at this level or go down, or they can push further ahead with additions in the right positions. But I enjoyed the game, thoroughly enjoyed it. Good attacking moves. Martial's looking good. Greenwood's looking good. Midfield's top draw. So there's not more I can say. Defence needs work. Defence does need work.
Yeah, we'll come back to that, innit? We'll put a pin on that one because I need to talk about some criminals, absolute criminals at the back. But we'll come back to one. Joe, who's your stand-up performers on that game?
From that game, my boy, Marcus Greenwood, Mason
Marcus
Greenwood.
Who's that?
Hey, long day, Mason. No, it's my guy, innit? My guy. Straight driller, left foot, right foot, anything, mate. You tell him. He had Bournemouth defenders swearing at each other. So that just tells you how good of a game he had. You can't show him one way, he just bags it top bins. So, no, that was my man of the match for that game, Greenwood.
Yeah, I can't lie. When I saw that, I think it was the second goal. When I saw he scored that second goal, I felt sick. I can't lie. I actually felt sick. I was thinking, oh my, because when he does that, yeah, I just think, oh, they've got one. They've actually got a star boy here. You know what? I felt like, oh damn. I just felt like, oh, I don't think people realize how mad that goal was. That was actually if you play football, you know how early he took it. He took it so early, that. What he's done is let it roll across his body and then just found an extra bit of space. I don't know, he's created, defenders touched hat to him, but somehow he's found an extra bit of space and just smashed it with his right foot so early. Normally you'll go firm to the goalkeeper, whatever. He literally took it so early on his supposedly weak foot. That's I think I'm begging. If Bobby Firmino can do that, I'm on my knees, mate. I'm on my knees. And this guy's doing that at 17 years old. It's just making me feel sick.
People really did underrate that goal because when you play football and you realise, even on your strong foot, trying to do that on your strong foot, and he hit it
that early,
and he does it a lot. It's not a mistake or accident. This kid does it a lot with either foot, and that's what's so scary about it. And no one understands hitting balls like that on your weak foot. It shouldn't be possible. And he's natural with both feet. He's my favourite player at this point. Apart from young Pogs, he is. Starboy Greenwood is the one I'm watching every game.
So you mentioned Pogba. I'll come to you, Nosa, as our French correspondent. Well, how do you think Pogba's been doing recently? He's playing a deeper role, isn't he?
You know what? Pogba's he's a very adept player. Everyone knows this. He's probably the most adept player that we can see in the Premier League to this day. The thing with Pogba and Matic right now, Matic is obviously playing the more defensive role, of course. Everyone knows that. He's literally securing the back four. But the back four can't secure itself. We'll come to that. The back four can't secure itself. He's securing the back four. But Pogba, like he's in that position, but I would say he's playing. You see, if anyone watched the 2018 World Cup, Pogba was playing defensively, but like proper.
It's playing a double pivot with Kante, right?
Yeah, but he's like it's similar to that role, but obviously I think Ole is giving him more freedom to push up.
Yeah,
and I would say that him and Bruno's connection is so intact. Like it's like black and white.
I don't think he's getting enough credit for what he's doing like defensively. I'll be real with you, like, because he's playing very deep and he's allowing Bruno to just do what he wants while he's the one not sacrificing his game because he can do it, but he's playing very well deeper. What do you guys think?
You go first, Joe.
Yeah, I think he's going under the radar, which a lot of people are not seeing. The way he's ball recovering, getting goal sides of his man. Also, the ball recoveries. Like he's some of the tackle. It goes unnoticed really, but during the game. But how well he wins that ball back, like gets in long legs as well. Uses his body well. He buys fouls in good areas as well. The other day, just things like that get so. If you don't play football or know, then you won't realise. But he's doing all the other stuff that
the dirty work.
Yeah, as well. The ping. Legal. I think it was a ball out to Luke Shaw, second half, about 70th minute, pinged it to Luke Shaw, and it was just like no one, even the commentator said that's just standards. Like he just does, because we've come to the standards of Pogba. Like he's unbelievable. Like I said, like every week I say it, how good he is. But like the ping was an unbelievable pass, but like it's just standard for him. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them one.
Yeah, I think.
What do you want to say now, sir?
Yes. For United to get success with Pogba in the team, I think he needs to change his game to this current way he's playing for them to reach success. Like for France, he sacrificed his own game.
We say sacrifice here, just as like I think that's his best position. I wouldn't say the 10 is his best position. I would say probably that like maybe left sided of midfield or like just maybe in a double pivot. Like I think that's probably his best position. I'd say.
He played it well, hasn't he? He's played this position with Pirlo, and that's when he had.
Okay. Sacrifice is probably the wrong way to put it, but this for United to see success, that's the position he play. That's the position because as a 10 or 8, it's not the one. He just needs to play as a 6, like not standard 6 there, just central midfielder. Like,
but it's not even a standard. It can turn to 2 8s when they're attacking. It's just when they're defending, he has to be a 6. Yeah.
The transitional play can turn into an 8 or whatever you want.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
Go on.
Oh, sorry. It's weird. Like now, looking at how people have been looking around at comments about how Pogba's played and Bruno's played, and people are like, "Oh, Pogba's changed. He's more mature." And I'm like, I haven't seen a change in Pogba's game one bit. All I've just seen is he's had more quality up top. That he hasn't had to do everything.
Yeah.
People forgetting before Bruno was here, he had Lingard, Andres Pereira, McTominay behind, Fred around, and he was running up, doing the attacking, and when no one could attack, he was running all the way back.
He's doing everything,
everything for the team, and people would just get onto him, and I've never made sense. And now that Bruno's come, and Bruno's had less responsibility than Pogba, but do you know what it is? The styles that people have an issue with. Bruno's all action, running. Pogba uses his mind more. He's more of a, I'll run when I need to.
Bruno wants to make that game, fam. He wants to make game. he wants to do that Hollywood pass. He wants to really, everything has to be like, it's good though, because progressive, but I know you're saying they're different type of players,
They're different type of players, and that's where I think that Pogba's role has been so undermined because of how Bruno's getting goals and assists now. And everything, but people are actually even Matic. He's gone so under the radar because of Pogba and Bruno. But Matic is just as big a role.
He's got a new 3-year contract today as well.
I got. You know what? He's old, but old players. Some people get better with age. It happens sometimes, and I think Matic has now got a new lease of life, and now that he can just block the line and just do this, doesn't really have to go up if he wants to. He can, but. Doesn't really have to.
I don't think he can play 30.
Yeah, I know. I was literally going to say that as well. Though. So if he play him his 20 games, in his 20 games, He's gonna be perfect. He's gonna be sick, like Chelsea, man. If you
Of
ask him to
course,
start
of
playing
course.
3 games a week, hey,
No.
his body's gonna break down quickly, very quickly.
That's where you got the McTominay and Fred to fill in. They can fill in because Pogba and Bruno can do. Huh?
Fred, not McTominay. Fred, just Fred.
Listen, I got to give McTominay his credit. He's not a holder.
Me and Peter was discussing the other day that McTominay could replace Maguire at the back. Confirmed. Maguire at the back. So
he's a basic footballer, isn't it? He's just the base standard.
As a centre back, I think you could hit heights because he's only 23. Like he could just
it's true. He could transition to a centre back. Yeah.
He's much better as a centre back. He's not bad at passing. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad, but I think now looking at it, I found it so disrespectful that their man were telling me how Pogba needs to earn his place in McTominay and Fred and all this and that.
But you know what it is? The reason why I said that, the reason why I said that is because if you look at the stats, obviously I love my stats. Everyone knows I love my stats. But McTominay, he wins all these duels. Like he's so high in the duels list. Like that's one thing he's really good at. And as a centre back, he's all right in isolation as well. 1v1, he's not too bad. He's not very slow. Like I just think as a midfield, like he's probably better as a centre back just because where he can win his duels and he doesn't have to like make the game he doesn't have to like it's just I think it'll probably be better as a centre back. But yeah, talking about
honestly, I would love to see it.
Touching on your defence though, we got to talk about that goal because Stanislas. So if you didn't see it, I think what happened? Did he save a shot? Or
so
yeah, you want to describe it.
The ball came in over. I don't know who crossed it in. Ball came in over. Maguire and Lindelof were both here, and there was someone just in front of Lindelof. They all missed the header, and it comes down to who was it? Someone had a shot. I think it might have been King. It was either King or someone else had a shot, deflected, comes out to Stanislas just outside the 6-yard box. Maguire, I don't know what Maguire was doing.
He comes in like a train, like an absolute express train that cannot stop.
It's the second time in 3 weeks that's happened. Roy Keane he's twisting in his bed. He's twisting.
And it's like you don't even have to be quick for those sort of situations. Just standard defending. Show him down the line if you have to. All he can do is run out of play.
Literally.
He stood square, and I'm just like, you're £80 million.
So just so he pops it through his legs and then smashes it near post. Yeah.
All right.
The game was poor in that situation.
Yeah. So who do you blame more actually in that situation? I'll come to you, Joe. You're the defender, so you know probably what to do in that situation. Do you look at Maguire or do you look at De Gea?
Yeah. I think they're both. I think they're both to blame, 50-50. I think Maguire's he just don't move his feet. He's just too stiff.
So if you're a defender, what do you do in that situation? You just stand him up, or
yeah, you stand up, show him to the line, like Adrian said. Literally, Stanislas is on the byline, so all you have to do is just show him down the line. What can he do? Hit it against you for a goal kick, corner, or like hit it sliding it in. And then once he's past De Gea, mate, that is.
I mean Maguire,
Yeah, when he's past Maguire, and then he goes near post towards De Gea should save that all day long. It's near post. Don't worry about that. If it gets set across the box and then they score from like a sweaty goal, that's not your problem. But like when it's going near post like that, and then you're thinking, oh, it's a good shot, and that it's a rubbish shot. But Maguire's just got to move his feet. That's just standard.
But why can't he? Like, you can't be that much expensive and not move your feet. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is it? Like, just get a PT, do them like step ladders and you know what I'm saying? Get them step ladders in.
Do some biometrics. Move your feet, man. It's just.
I think. Who's that Don on Sky Sports saying that was Paul? Was it Paul Merson?
Yeah.
I'm with him. I'll give him.
He's spot on. You're spot on with that analysis, right?
I'll give he should go back to Leicester. Like, Johnny Evans needs to come. You need to recruit him again.
That's what I said that to Nosa on the weekend. Actually, Johnny Evans is a better defender than Maguire. And it's just actually criminal that you guys actually bought Maguire when you let, obviously, I don't know, circumstances were different. You let Evans go, but like Maguire, to me, he looks like he's the same mold as like Dunk, Tarkowski, where they're low block defenders, isn't it? They're low block defenders that they can deal with crosses all day. They can deal with blocks all day, but when you isolate them, problem. That's when
you're playing high line, they ain't quick. They ain't athletic enough to go.
Yeah, they ain't got athleticism to do. Yeah. Like, and as a big team, like you even see it with Liverpool, and you see it with like City and all that. City do struggle with it as well, but you see it with Liverpool where literally everyone attacks in a big team, and you leave your centre backs and maybe your DM. That's the only 3 that are back, so it leaves them isolated a lot. And they have to be good athletes, or they have to be like good one-on-one for you to do that. And that's why Maguire gets caught out. Like with Liverpool, we have Van Dijk, Gomez, Fabinho. We play at the highest line ever, but we know they've got the athleticism to deal with it, or if they're one-on-one, they can deal with it, sort of thing. And I just think that's where Maguire struggles. What do you guys think?
No, I agree, and I think a lot of Maguire's hype came from the World Cup. A lot of players' hype came from the World Cup. All these big headers, winning headers, and all we were doing was launching balls into Maguire most of the time, and he was winning the headers. And I feel that took out a lot of his game, because everyone's like, "This is why he's so good. This is why you should take him. He's going to be like John Terry, goal scoring." And he was playing in the 3, if I remember, for England.
Yeah, that's
so they were gassing him for being in the 3. He wasn't in the 2. He wasn't really getting.
Yeah, the Walker next to him as well.
Yeah, exactly. He had pace helping him. So, and it doesn't help that when he gets beat, Lindelof is just as slow and not strong enough. So it doesn't really help him in that situation. But for that goal, I would say, even though De Gea should have been in a better position, I still think people are taking away that it was a very good finish. Perfect height.
You can't get. I don't know, man. I'm on the Ben. You see, like Ben always says, you can't get beat near post. There's no excuse for getting beat near post. There's none. Even if it's a fast shot.
Remember City against Liverpool? Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the league, I would say right now. That final goal, Mahrez. I know it got taken off for a little handball, but that was even worse goalkeeping with Mahrez and the near post finish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like some things just happen that are too good at times, and I don't know.
Right,
I don't know what you feel about that.
There wasn't anything about Stanislas that was too good of a shot.
No, but
it was a fast pace, but I do think he should be better.
Gee, the game is like, he's still a good keeper. He's not dead. Like, he should be saving that. Confirmed. We got like we're not like more any. The first team keepers in the Prem, all keepers should save that. I don't care. You're pros.
Joe, I'll come to you. So just touching on what Adrian said, and what do you think? Like, do you think Man United can kick on with this defense, or they got to improve it, or what would you do if you were Solskjaer? What would you do?
Well, for me personally, I would get. I think fullback sorted. I think Wan-Bissaka. I think he's sorted. So right back sorted. Goalkeeper, sticky because obviously we all know how good De Gea is. We all know we got Dean Henderson.
Wait, did you say we all know how good is De Gea? Tell me. I don't know how good he is.
No, well, he won 3 years Player of the Year at United. That's no little feat, really. And obviously he's got in the Prem team a year, like last year. So I don't know if he needs to he needs to sort his his performances out, really. But I'm liking Luke Shaw at the moment. I don't know if you lot are with me or not, but I think he's quite consistent.
I'm with you. And look, he's getting too much hate.
Gee, nah, Joe, I'm not with you on that. Every time Shaw plays, he does not, like, even Bissaka, he's the most defensive right back. He gets assists. Shaw doesn't get assists. He doesn't. Like, when he pushes up, I'm not confident with him. Like Bissaka, I'm not confident with him, but he gets assists. Like he pushes up, and he shows it. I don't know. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
He's been playing really well. So
true.
He's got
my opinion on Shaw is I think Shaw is talented, but I just feel like it's a mental thing with him. Like there's no like. He's just. I don't think he's not all there. When he is all there, he's a good player. Like there's no confirmed.
You're saying that, but who could we realistically get left back? Like
there's loads of left backs out, bro.
Chilwell. I don't. To be fair, I don't really rate Chilwell. I'll be honest.
I don't rate Chilwell as well. I'm not a big fan of Chilwell.
I know what he's good, but not 80 million. Not 80 million.
And then who else could you get?
But obviously, you're looking at outside of Europe, which is obviously, outside of the Premier League, which is obviously that's where you got your Alex Telles, your Tagliaficos, your Gayers, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a risk. I hear you.
Yeah, it's quite hard to bargain on talent outside the Premier.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to those type of players. Yeah.
So obviously, if I was manager of Man United, I'd get rid of Maguire. Like, I'll be real with you, innit?
How though? How's that possible? He's club captain. Make it make sense.
So,
tell me a scenario where
He's not going. I'll
come to a scenario where a team, the manager gets rid of the captain because of shit. Like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
like it was Henderson 5 years ago. Everyone was saying he's shit, but they didn't get rid of him.
I've come to the conclusion that he's not going to go. He's not going to go. So Maguire's staying because obviously he's club captain and stuff like that. And then to me, I'd just get one centre back. I'd get Koulibaly in for me personally, just a bit of as well. So yeah, I'd definitely get Koulibaly. And I think that he might be on a cut price, obviously through coronavirus and stuff like that. He might be on a cut price because it was like 80 million or something ridiculous like that, or even more than that. But I think it's less because Napoli need the money.
6 as well.
Yeah. So hopefully for about 30, 50 million, hopefully. And then I'll definitely, our back four will be sorted then, I reckon.
Do you agree, Adrian? Anything to add on that?
No, you know my feelings. If we don't get Sancho, and I'm not really worried anymore, I would like the depth, but I love watching Greenwood so much. I think that's what's blinding my eyes. But you saw me tweet the other day. I'm not getting my head of myself. Sancho is definitely needed. A younger DM, and
I'm not sure. Sorry, about Sancho, I'm not sure. I don't.
Because Greenwood is coming.
Talk of it. No, I would have heard this, Joe. Go on, talk of it. I would have heard this because this sounds like a hot take to me.
No, Sancho. Obviously, Sancho's numbers is different, but I just feel like we just got to let Greenwood do his thing. Like at that age, he's 18 years old. I know Sancho's only like 19, 20, but so Greenwood's doing it in the Premier League right now. Sancho's in Bundesliga where there's like, it's a farmers league.
What? So you're saying, what effectively you're saying is you're unsure whether Sancho can perform in the Premier League.
Oh, it's not confirmed. He probably could, but I'm saying Sancho's performed okay for England. Like when he's played for England, that's the nearest he's going to get to playing in the Premier League.
Man.
It's Champions League he's performed in though. We see him in the Champions League.
He's playing against Barcelona, bro.
Word for him.
No, but that's one game. It's not a whole season. Greenwood's doing it for the next. Well, we've done it.
Jesus. Hot take.
I'm confirmed.
Gee, what are you talking about?
How much are you going to fork out for Sancho when we could get better players in different positions? So, for example, we could get Thomas Partey.
In the past 2 seasons, he's got double figures in goals and assists. Come on.
I know that, but I don't think he's needed. I think we need other positions more than the right wing.
Okay, hold on. So, let me just give you a scenario. So Greenwood gets injured or Martial gets injured. Who comes in? And Daniel James, yeah?
We got to hope they don't get injured.
United have been screaming for a right winger for years. It's been needed.
We're going to have to pay too much for him.
I'll come to you, Adrian. What's your opinion on what Joe's saying?
I can't lie. I can't take it, Joe. I can't because more
you
time.
You can't back your brethren.
This is a reactionary one because I know we've seen Greenwood, but you got to remember, United need depth because when Greenwood or someone gets injured,
bro.
We got big old Danny James running into the advertising boards. And you know that ain't it. But I do agree. The centre back Koulibaly has to be 100%. I don't think Upamecano is right for us because he's just too young and raw at the moment. And if Koulibaly does come, if we go for him, Lindelof has to partner him, not Maguire. That is my take. I know it probably won't happen, but Maguire, I don't think he's better than Lindelof. I think he's bigger, stronger, but I don't think he's a better player, personally.
Yeah.
From a managerial perspective or a club perspective, how can you tell your club captain saying, "Listen, mate, you're not gonna play. You're still club captain, but you're not gonna play." Does that make sense?
Second choice. He's gonna have to be second choice now. Personally, in my opinion,
they're just gonna have to have faith with him.
Yeah, I think you're sticking with him. If I'm obviously, that's what we would like, but I think you're probably gonna stick with him.
No, I know we are gonna stick with him, but that's what I see. If you ask me if I'm a Solskjaer, I would definitely do that and get a younger DM like Rice. I underrated Rice. I did underrate Rice. I thought he was average.
Stop. He's
Rice.
I underrated him.
Gee, what? You watch one game against Spurs and you rate him now?
No. I've looked at it a bit more and I looked at what he brings. He's actually all right on the ball and everything. I'm not saying he's United standard. I'm saying
there's much more better DMs than him. Like, confirmed.
Of course, but money-wise, I don't know. I don't know how expensive is Declan Rice. He'd probably be about 50 million or something now.
50 mil probably. I don't know what Corona. That's the thing. I don't know. I hate it though, because if I'm honest, like I didn't rate Declan Rice too much at the beginning of the season, but I feel like he's more progressive, way more progressive. Because I watched him the other day and he's actually passing forward now. He's getting the ball, he's actually dribbling from the back. I was thinking, what, is this the same sort of player? But
that's what I mean.
I don't know. I think he probably will turn into a centre back if I'm honest. Maybe I don't know. I think eventually will turn into a centre back.
Yeah, if we don't get Sancho, definitely midfield and CB United heavily have to spend on because.
You don't think you need a goalkeeper?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Not yet.
Okay, all right.
I think I'll give him one more season whilst United are doing the transition. He gets one more season. That's it.
Obviously, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Obviously, it's not a Man United pod. We'll talk about Man United for a very long time there for some reason, but yeah, we'll come to you, Nosa. So obviously, Chelsea won on the week. Actually, no. Do you know what? So you guys lost to West Ham. I feel like there's no way man can ignore that because that was a pretty big that was a pretty big a big game. So you guys lost 3-2 to West Ham, and you beat Watford. Was it 3-0 or 2-0? 3-0, wasn't it?
3-0.
3-0. So yeah, just give me your overall thoughts on both games and yeah, like Lampard and obviously he changed and all that stuff. So yeah, just give me your overall thoughts.
You see, I don't know, Lampard sometimes he confuses man. You know, like. When a young player plays well, he plays that player, and it just annoys man so much. Like you see the love of Mount, I get it. Mount is a baller, innit? But he shouldn't be starting every game. Like, and our centre backs, I do not know why he changed it. Zuma and Tomori, yeah, we conceded goals, we made mistakes, but they weren't stupid goals like that were conceded against West Ham. You see, the last goal, the third goal. Come on.
The Yarmolenko goal.
Yeah, come on. Like, you think tomorrow, like, Zuma, he's not the most cleanest footballer, but he's not letting that in. Tomorrow's not letting that in. Like, it was just, I don't know, man. It was just, like, as a team, we didn't play well. Like, the fact that Tammy was playing as well, just, it didn't sit well with my head.
But why do you think that is? Because Druid was actually doing well, and also they just brought on Tammy.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, because he's still quite young and he's experienced in it. I don't know if he feels sorry for a player because he's not playing. I don't know what he goes through that because even I rather because Tammy's 22, like he's gonna get burnt out after he plays like 15 to 20 games. Like likewise with Giroud. Like we've got 3 strikers. Like if you play Batshuayi, if you play shit, okay, well, like just switch the strikers up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it because when we played Giroud on the weekend, we won 3-0. Like just rotation of strikers because none of them like are significantly better than each other in their own right. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I won't say they're around the same level, but
I mean Giroud's probably the best, but like I know what you're saying, they're not far from each other. Yeah.
Giroud's the most experienced, so you can play him most games. Tammy, you don't know what you're expecting from him, and Batshuayi is the most unpredictable player you can ever think of. Like you know what I'm saying? So they've all got elements of like great, like no, let me not say greatness, like moments from them. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know because we thank God we've got a striker now, Werner, but we just this season we've lacked in that. We need that lethal finisher that can just go for it every game, no matter what.
So like just that West Ham goal, yeah. So the one where the corner. So just talk from that. So what is Rudiger doing there? Because he wins the ball, doesn't he? And then he just kicks it out, like kicks it to a corner. I don't understand what is going on there. Like what's happening?
You see with Rudiger, like I don't understand him. Like when we got him, I thought he was just going to be a rotational centre back. Like I saw him play for Germany a couple of times. That's it. Like I didn't really know too much about him. So we got him now. He was playing all right when he first came in. He wasn't playing too bad. But for a starter, I couldn't see him like be a starting centre back. But now he is because he's the most experienced centre back. If you want to exclude Aspi, so like it was just a bit confusing because obviously we know why Lampard got rid of Luiz. We've seen exhibitions at Arsenal. So now Rudiger's got the mantle of being the most experienced centre back, and I think he thinks he can lead the line, but he can't. We need a new centre back confirmed. Who do you
think is the best centre back?
I've said it, Tomori. I don't like.
Oh, he's the one that you think he's the best?
150% Tomori. Christensen, like he plays without no confidence. Rudiger, sometimes he hoops the ball 50 yards sidewinder, and it just half the time it goes off the pitch. And Zuma, I think if he wasn't that clumsy, he would have been the best centre back.
I think, in my opinion, I've always said I think Zuma's your best defender because I just think in terms of one-on-one, I trust him the most to go one-on-one with a player and just I think he actually wins headers. You guys set pieces is a problem for you guys, Like, and I feel like Zuma wins a lot of headers.
What I've noticed, we've got height in our overall team, but we don't win a lot of headers. Like when we don't pose no aerial threat, like Alonso, he's like 16.
In the stats, you conceded a lot from set pieces this season.
Yeah, and we've got two players. So, like we've actually got two players. So I don't understand. Like I don't know. It's like Chelsea. They're in a very obviously we're in a transitional stage, but it's at a stage where I know we're gonna compete in a season or two confirmed. Like with no sweat, we're gonna compete back to winning titles. To winning.
Talking on the Watford performance, I think Barkley got a goal and an assist. Are you happy with his performance? How he's performing, or?
Yeah. I think last week I did mention that he hasn't got a goal or assist in the Prem, and obviously he proved me wrong. You know, like
obviously he listens to Street Pundits and he heard what he said, and you know what I'm saying.
I gave him a shout out. You know, like Barkley's a player that you can appreciate from whatever team you support, because you saw him how lethal he was at Everton. Everyone saw that, how him, Lukaku and them and Morales, all them days, and now he's at Chelsea. Like you want him to flourish, but he's just not there. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's not doing what you want him to do.
So I feel like his decision making. That's what I think. He's got everything. Like as I always say, he's got everything. Like he's strong. His decision making is not that good. He makes the wrong final pass all the time, or takes the wrong shot, or I feel like, but if he learns how to sort that out, I think he'll be a top player. I don't know.
I think because there wasn't, no disrespect to Everton, at the time there wasn't the top sides, and they weren't one of the top sides. I think they gave them more space around the ball, at Everton, so he had a very free role.
So what is that when you're playing for a top team, those counter attacks and that, they don't waste any counter attack. They don't waste they hardly. So then at Everton, you got more leeway to if this attack breaks down, you got more. Whereas at Chelsea, the expectation, literally every counter attack. You see how Liverpool are lethal with their counter attacks, Man City for their counter attack. Even Man United now, they're lethal with it. So I just feel like with that, there's more in him. But I'll come to you, Adrian and Joe. I'll come to you, Adrian. How are you feeling about Chelsea? How do you think what Lampard's doing and just?
I think Chelsea are in the same position as United, as attack very good. And it's even better now with the additions of Ziyech and Werner. Their midfield, I think, is probably top 3 in the league.
I rate their midfield.
I don't know what's happened with Jorginho. I don't know what's happened there because I liked him. I liked Jorginho. I thought he would do perfect for the role. And hopefully he gets brought back in because his passing is very underrated.
Yeah, there's something between Jorginho and Frank. I don't know what's happened between them, but because he's not playing them at all.
But Jorginho playing in ball to Ziyech, Werner, and Pulisic, that. I mean, come on, that attack's going to be rapid, rapid.
Yeah, it works.
And then Kante and whoever else in there, and then that's what they need, a defense. They're struggling like United. Defense is lacking. I like Emerson. I don't know why people don't like him as much. I don't know. I haven't seen too much, but what I've seen of him, I like. Tomori, is he injured?
No, he's not injured. Just not taken out. He's isolated. Just taken out the squad.
For no reason.
Oh, I thought he was doing well at the time. I quite liked him.
He makes mistake, which is going to happen when you're 22.
As a young defender, yeah.
You're going to make a mistake. But out of the mistakes he makes compared to all the other centre backs, it's the least. He's the best defender. He's our best centre back, confirmed.
I think Frank is just maybe protecting him so he doesn't get most of the blame.
Yeah, true.
I can see that being Frank seems quite good with the players from what I've seen.
But it's the favouritism that just gets me
the bias to the youth players, right?
The Mount. This guy. Oh my God! It's like Mount. You see, manager's son. I feel like that's what it is with Mount.
Yeah. You love Mount.
He
has played well though. I think as an 8, he plays much better as an 8. Mount.
He plays well, but sometimes I feel like he just lacks that creative instincts. I'm not wrong there. I don't know, because right now in the modern game, there's the number 10 role. They've dismissed it quite well.
Yeah. I don't think he's number 10 though. Do you think? I don't think he's number 10.
No, I'm not saying he's a number 10, but because when you're number 8, you need to be very you need to be creative as creative as a number 10. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know.
Top team,
Yeah, I just don't know, man. Because Mount, he's never played Premier League prior to this year. and he's playing him as if he's he's got 5 year experience on his belt. Like, I don't get it.
I'll come to you, Joe. So a player that is actually been quite creative for them. He's been winning games. Is Pulisic. Pulisic has had a very good return since the break. Have you been impressed with Pulisic? How you rating him?
To be fair, that's one player I think I'm actually like not scared of, but like I'm wary of how good he is. I didn't realise, because I've been watching Chelsea quite a lot actually since lockdown, and I've realised how good he is. Like he's actually I know this is going to set, but he has like Hazard's traits, if you get what I mean. Like
I knew he was coming. Oh please, come on, man! It's too early.
No, but you can see it though. You can see it. Like when he's in the box, how many penalties he got? He's got 2.
Yeah, he has one penalty. It's quite a few penalties. Yeah.
Nippy in the box. He's got low centre of gravity as well. Like, I'm thinking, who's this player? Like literally, when he's coming back, like there was a chance at I think it was at West Ham. He literally like ducked inside, cut it right foot.
His close control is serious. His close control is very, very good.
I'm thinking, who's this player? He's like a new player, literally since lockdown. Like that'll be him, Dijk, Werner up front. Oh my god, that is filthy.
I actually don't know what they're teaching at Dortmund, because every winger that seems to come from Dortmund has that weird, elusive ability of just walking past players.
You know what it is?
Apart from Mkhitaryan and Kagawa.
Yeah, Kagawa can do it, you know. Kagawa can do it, but it's like Ousmane Dembele. I know they're quick players, but even when they're just like standing you up, you're thinking you have them, and they just do a couple movements and they just walk past. It's like they glide past players.
Yeah. And I think their scouts are doing a good job still. Their scouts are doing
I rate him. I like him.
Yeah, no, Pulisic is a joke.
One thing I did want to touch on, I mean, this is my hot take, innit? So, obviously, you might go mad about this, but Kante as a 6, I don't like it. Like, it's just not nice. Like, it's just, he's better as an 8. Like, in terms of, like, okay, we know, obviously, let's get into the nitty-gritties of it. We know he can tackle, he can ball recover. Like, his ball recovery, he's the best in the world at 8. Like, 100% confirmed. But as a 6, like, build up, you really struggle. Like, he's so, when he receives the ball, he can't turn. So, like, I don't know if he doesn't trust his own ability or, like, hold on, Joe, I'm going to come to you. Let me land on this one. Let me land on this one.
I know why.
But, yeah, like, when he receives the ball, I don't know, maybe we expect too much from our 6s nowadays. We expect our 6s to, like, build up play and have a range of passing, but as a 6, like, I want my 6 personally to be able to turn on the ball and find a pass. Obviously, the team might not be able to do that, but I think you should receive the ball, maybe like a half turn and then spray it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Chelsea are very limited when Kante plays as a 6, just because, like, he can't really receive the ball and, like, spread it out and just, it ends up being Christensen who's the one that does the build-up play for them.
Yeah, let me just build up on it. You see, when
I just think he's much better as an 8, like, or maybe in a double pivot. If he's in a double pivot with another player next to him, like a Pogba next to him, Pogba's the one that does the pass and all that stuff, and then Kante's the one that gives it to him, does the ball. As a single pivot, I'm not feeling Kante at all. Maybe double pivot, yes.
But when we established Kante at Leicester, he was playing with Drinkwater?
Yeah, it's a double pivot, right?
Yeah. So, like, there's players that you see. There's players that when you play them, I won't say out of position, but from their natural, like Pogba. Like, when you
their strengths, innit? Just play to their strengths, sort of thing.
Just play to their strengths. Like, everyone knows Kante, him as a just ultimate defensive midfielder. He can do it. Like, just do that for him. What Conte done, but these man want to do mishmash. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, Surrey tried to do it, Lamp's trying to do it, and it's just
but as an 8, I don't even think he's that bad. As an 8, he's like he's competent as an 8. He's competent as an 8. Obviously, I think his best position is a double pivot, but even as an 8, he's decent.
Like, it's like we was just discussing with Pogba. Like, just play him to his strength. Like, he's not bad or whatever. Like, it's not like, come on. Like, let's just play him as a 6 with another holding midfielder. I just think that's just.
Do you know what it is as well? I think you're saying he's better in an 8 because of how high he was pressing as well.
Yeah,
it looks so much better when he's pressing high instead of that low where he's winning the ball. But he's still winning the ball back. He's doing still a good job.
Yeah, he's still doing a good job in that. Like, I can't take away from that.
It's because when Jorginho was in there, he was ticking that ball over, and can't say that's not his game really.
Yeah, it's not.
And the single pivot, but like you say, the double pivot, and I like him pressing high because when Jorginho was sitting and he was in the 8, he was pressing high, and it looked so much better for some reason. I don't know why. It looks so much better because he's pressing so high, and then he's got that cover behind with obviously Jorginho. But yeah, no, that single pivot, I don't think he's doing it for me as well. Because even in that counter attack, like the third goal, you'd think Kante should be there, but I couldn't see where he was. Like normally he's there to like mop up, but he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It was just weird.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think Lampard's probably got his eye on next season because the way I think he's setting up his team, the way he's probably going to set up next season. So I believe that he's now changed to a 4-3-3 with 2 8s, whatever. I think he thinks that maybe he's going to get Havertz and we'll have like Kante as a DM, Havertz as the right centre mid, and then Mount as the left centre mid, and have the 2 8s like Leicester do. So I think he's just trying to like shoehorn that play for next season, but because he just took out Jorginho out of the team for no reason, basically. What are you going to say, Adrian?
I think, like, now looking at the Kante situation, it makes people understand that, yeah, he's a very good player, but he needs his help. He can't just keep on running about.
Yeah, he just can't keep running about. Like, honestly,
it doesn't make sense to me. And every time I think about it, I'm like, you can put Kante anywhere in the midfield and he will do his job, but you've got to put someone next to him. You've got to put someone next to him. So when Kante gets the ball, he can just play it off to that player, and then Chelsea can start again.
I don't even want to sound like I'm hating on Kante because like I'm not. Like that's just not him. That's just not his like game.
It's just not his game.
Yeah, it's just not his game. Like you ask him to win the ball, recover, and then turn around and then like find Tammy into his feet, and then like, do you know what I mean? There's a lot. Like just let him do his thing and then lay it off to someone he can.
There is probably three midfielders in the Premier League that can do everything. There's only probably 3. And do you know what? Henderson, I like Henderson now because he's upped his game to the point of now he can pass a little bit better.
His passing range is much better.
He's a bit more composure and he gets the ball as well. I wouldn't say he's in the top 3 that can do it to that level, but he's another player who can do pretty much anything nowadays. But with Kante, I think he should be stuck to getting the ball, and even in some build, when you watch him, he can do the little passes and that. He's not bad at that. I've seen him.
He's good technically, but I just feel like he's good technically, but in terms of build up, like in terms of like
picture,
especially like in Man City, you don't have to really do it because they're counter attacking, they're a low block and whatever. But it's just these little teams where you have to actually like unlock, like you have to. Do you know what I mean? You have to break them down. Obviously, Kante playing as a single pivot breaker, he's not gonna do that, is he?
No.
And Mount's off wherever gallivanting. Mount's just running around like his pack or something like that. I don't know what he's doing, but and then Barkley's obviously forward as well. So it's literally just Mount by himself. Like if he has Kovacic next to him, like he's gonna be much better. But obviously Mount is just wandering off whatever, doing whatever. Yeah, so it's just hard for him, isn't it?
Facts. No, it's facts.
But
let's not discredit Kante at all.
Yeah, no, top player. Like I don't even want to, but yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, you mentioned Henderson. I'll come on to Liverpool. So just in terms of we got popped by Man City. we got popped. We got popped. But I can laugh about it now because Man's champions, isn't it? But yeah, we got packed in still.
I can't lie. After a couple of misses, I felt like you lot just like, do you know what? If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's not a day still.
Spanked against spanked. It just
like, we haven't conceded a penalty for like a year. Like we haven't considered a penalty for so long. When we conceded that penalty, I was like, this game. And then Mane, there was one where he's run through and through, like with the goalkeeper, the ball goes under his toe. I just said, today's not the day. But yeah, so obviously we got packed in that game. I think the boys were just, with that game, I do think it's not the motivation, because we actually did start off well, but I just feel like with Man City and Liverpool, they're so close. Like maybe they probably got more quality in terms of like actual players. They probably got more quality than us, but in terms of like,
confirmed.
All right, calm down. But yeah, just like, so when you take out the drive and the determination out of our team, like maybe you're taking maybe a good 5% out of our team, and 5% is so crucial in between a game like Liverpool and Man City. Like one player could be the difference. So taking a factor out, like where like we're so determined, so like, do you know what I mean? That extra kilometers that these men were running because they wanted to win their first title in 30 years, it's not there. It wasn't there anymore. So like just a little 5% of our game against someone like Man City, they'll destroy us. And I think that's what we saw.
Let me, for the I don't know if it was I could say it's a bit of a collateral damage. The fact that you guys had 9 days off up prior to.
Yeah, I don't think that helped us as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. You guys, I watched the game, and you guys had a lot of chances.
Yeah,
but it just probably wasn't one of your days, wasn't it? Like, you guys don't know. Like, you haven't won a Prem before. You don't know how to play after you win. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no. Even like someone like Robertson, like this guy always has a good game, but that game he looked like he was drunk. Like I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he was playing like that. But boy, like fair play to him, and he was probably drinking his drinks and all that stuff. So, but yeah. So then on the weekend we beat Norwich 2-0. Did I watch that game? Oh no,
Villa.
Yeah, Villa. My bad. We beat Aston Villa.
You drunk?
Yeah, you're drunk. You're drunk.
Yeah, man, I've been celebrating. You know, come on. But yeah, so we beat Villa 2-0. The game, we didn't play that well. It was kind of like, it took us a while to get goals.
Villa were on job, mate. They should have scored.
Yeah, they defended quite well. Like I feel like we didn't play that well, man.
I can't lie.
Oh, sorry.
That's my bad. That was a performance of how you played a lot during the season. You haven't played well, but you got the win. That has been your main running theme throughout. Because I don't think you played that well this season. I actually don't think you played. Huh?
So we do what Champions do,
innit? Yeah, exactly. And I think last season you guys played 10 times. But like Pep said, actually, I feel Pep was right. You guys played the better football the season before. If it wasn't for a City being just as good, you would have won it that season. But this season, I feel like you didn't play as well. But if you flip it over, you did play as well because you managed to keep teams out and score the vital goals. It's just this football wasn't as attractive as usual. 100%. But I think even the game against Villa, that was how you played during the season. You done what needed to be done. Didn't exert yourself, but still got the 3 points, which is what more can you ask for?
Yeah, 100%.
One thing that obviously I want to touch up on is that you see the squad depth as a winning team. You need depth. You need depth and quality. And obviously, I like my boy Origi. But I think it's time for him. Like, he needs to depart ways of Liverpool because the quality is not there. When he comes on, like, there's no imposed threat. Do you know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm saying. There's no imposed threat for him to score. Like, okay, he probably might get a lucky tapping or header, but he ain't gonna. He does show individual quality now and then. He's 24, 25.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one of him because I do feel like
he scores big goals. He scores.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like his status in Liverpool confirmed that he's a Liverpool, maybe not a legend, but he's a Liverpool icon. Like with fans, he'll 100%. Those goals are so crucial, but I just feel like it's a mix between like the standard of quality between our front three and then to Origi. It's just too high, man. It's too high. Like, I mean, it's half and half. Like it's half Origi's fault, half our fault. Like because like I feel like he should be doing with the time he gets. I don't know. So he should be doing, but at the same time, how can you expect a striker to just come on 20 minutes, score a goal? Come on 20 minutes, score a goal. Come on 20 like strikers need game time. They need time. Like we see it with Batshuayi as well. Like they need games. Yeah. Like they need a run of games to not to like. Do you know what I mean? Just be in the flow of it and then like whatever. Like not be match fit and then like you can't expect someone just to come on 20 minutes, score. Come on 20 minutes, score. Like it's not practical. I think they can do it, but like after a while you can't like he doesn't get a run of games, so it's not his fault. I don't blame him really.
I think he can go to let's say Everton or Southampton and do well. Or
I think so as well. Definitely got the talent. Yeah,
like it's a rhetorical thing with Belgium strikers. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Like I don't know what it is. Like I like my boy Origi, but when I watched the game, he started the game. Yeah. I was like, what? Like, come on, allow it, man. What, Klopp, why are you doing this to my boy? Why are you doing this to my boy? Like, I just think he needs to.
But the thing is, this is a chance he's got to get. He's got to take though. If he starts, he's got to take it.
Tell me who's he replacing? Who's he replacing?
What do you, like? Firmino's not been in a good run of form. If he scored this game, he will start the next game and then. Do you know what I mean? But now he didn't impress, so now Firmino's going to come back next game.
Every game he's coming on at 75th minute.
Yeah.
What 15 minutes and then some? Like, come on, what's he going to do in that, bro? What score? What get a couple? He'll make a couple dribbles and then he had a good game. Like, come on.
100%.
Like, I want.
But yeah, so I think what changed the game. What changed the game round? Obviously, we brought Henderson on, we brought Firmino on, put Wijnaldum on, and then the team just looked a lot more fluid. Like you can tell the players they used to each other. Like they know where they're gonna be. Like we just looked a lot better when these men came on. But one player that didn't get a sub was Naby Keita. Obviously, I think actually he had quite a good game. He got an assist and It's Naby season, lads. Maybe this guy's actually gonna perform.
Nah, he'll get injured again, fam. Glass foot Naby.
The pass he
Naby,
found,
bro.
to find Mane, that was a very good pass, you know, very good. Like,
It was.
in terms of quality, like, I can't, like, he's got quality, 100%. He's got quality, but it's just whether he's staying fit. But like, his close control, he's able to find a pass. He likes to 1-2. Like, I think he's a good player, man.
I've been hearing that you might want Thiago, so if Thiago comes in, wagwan for him.
Yeah, if Thiago comes in, yo, Henderson, I like you, but Genie, you got to drip, but Thiago can start. Thiago started. I don't care. Thiago started, mums. Thiago started. Yes, to man.
You know what I think it is as well? If you get Thiago, why you will be so dangerous is because Thiago is more unpredictable. He won't really stick to the way you guys normally play with like his passing and his mind. His mind's already ahead of everyone. He's one of them footballers that he will make you run. You don't make the runs for him. He will make the runs for you. And he's one of the only few up there with the De Bruyne, the Cruises, the Modrics. He will find a player no matter what. And he's press resistant. Do you know how hard it is to find midfielders that are press resistant? That's why I'm so worried about it. If you get him, your team goes to another level, in my opinion, because you guys are, I'm not going to, this will sound bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds. You guys are sort of stuck to a structured sort of way of playing. If Mane, Salah don't work, you got Trent doing the business, you got Robbo doing the business, and then you got Hendo just behind whipping in balls sometimes. And then you're very structured in the way you attack, but it works. But then when that doesn't work, you haven't got that unpredictability. You're literally relying on someone to do. Which works. But then next season, I don't think it'll work as well because people will work out how you use that system too, and they'll look for ways to try and minimize the effect of it. Which I think certain teams this season have found you out. Like the first United game, I think it was just. I know it was a derby, but it was. Countering.
There's no Salah though. No, I've always said when Salah doesn't play, we're a different team, bro. Different team, man.
Of course, but then even so, I feel you guys will have to change up with something.
You
like
have to change
starting lineup. And I think Thiago will be that person because he's just magical with the ball. He'll find balls that Fabinho and Hendo would never see, and I think that's where you up the game a bit more. Or even Havertz, but obviously you will never spend that money. But Thiago's obviously ideal. Him. Let Fabinho sit, Thiago there, and then have Naby or Hendo, whoever.
Yeah, anyone. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. One player that obviously did play in that game was Jack Grealish. He obviously played for Aston Villa. They look like they're going down, and I feel it's a bit peak for them. But yeah, before the game, Graham Souness was obviously doing his punditry. Then he said, so they were talking about Jack Grealish, and then I think Jamie Redknapp was singing his praises of Jack Grealish. Then obviously Souness was like how. Basically, that he's not convinced of Jack Grealish that there's a reason why he's the most fouled player in the Premier League because he doesn't always pop it off. Like he should pop it off. Like he said, he would love to play against him because he can just like sort of clatter him and just get the ball off him because he keeps the ball for too long. I come to you, Joe. What did you think about them comments? Do you agree with him? What do you think?
This guy is still living like 1920s, bro. I just don't listen to what he says. He just after the Paul Pogba comment, I just don't listen to what he says. Everyone can see that Grealish, Aston Villa is Grealish FC, and everything goes through Grealish. And how good is Grealish? Like he's been one of the stand-up performers, like in the bottom half of the table. Like any top team would take Grealish. I'm being serious. I'd have him. I'd have him. Well, I think Man City is a bit tight to get in. Arsenal, he'd get in.
Look, Chelsea, Arsenal, bro. Arsenal is captain, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Arsenal is captain, bro.
Captain, and he can do what he wants, like free roll and captain. I think he gets in Chelsea as well, even in 8. I think he's better than Mount. Like I think it's just what some things that Graham Souness says just baffles me. I think he does it for clout. I'll be honest. I think he does.
What do you expect him to pass it? Like who do you expect him to pass it to? Trezeguet,
bro? Trezeguet,
Keenan Davis, or Wesley, or like who do you expect him to pass it to? Like these guys are not doing anything.
Listen,
I
was watching Aston Villa with with my dad in the front room, and then my dad said, "Who are these players for Aston Villa? I've never heard of them before." Like there was a geezer I've never seen
The
Emma,
Keelan
come
Davis guy, he's not even a
on.
footballer, bro. I don't know what he is, fam. Just a lump.
There was a guy. He's from USA. He came on. I forgot. I don't even know his name. He came on. I swear to you, I've never even heard of him. Like, even if you had like match attacks or anything like that, you've never heard of players. Like you know, they're swapsies straight away. Like, it's just
go on.
The only players from Aston Villa, like Mings, Rayner.
I mean, their best, like, it's their midfield, isn't it? It's McGinn, Louise, and Grealish. That's their best part.
That Douglas guy is not too bad. I was giving.
Yeah, Louise is good. Douglas Louise is good. He obviously came from Man City, innit? So I mean, he's a good player. But yeah, what do you think, Nosa and Adrian, about those comments? Do you rate Grealish? Well, the team and
what Souness said was a bit harsh because obviously he was playing around 4 years ago or something like that, and you can't really from when the era he was playing in, like a yellow card of today wouldn't it would just be a free kick back then, and you'll get a sack. The people you always hear pundits and
just to add to you, another player that was most fouled was Hazard. So I guess you're used to seeing someone who plays similar to Hazard, to Grealish. I guess
a lot of teams in the bottom half, for example, Zaha, Alex, say Maxima, McNeil's, like they're dribblers. Like, you need those type of players in the bottom half team. You need like those type of players that can hold the ball, like, because you're not going to pass till you get tired. Like, you need a dribble in your team, and obviously, as we said, like Grealish, I think he's, as Joe said, he can get into any team in the Premier League right now. You know, like, he's a cold player, and I think it was just so harsh on what he said to Grealish because
I think he's actually more of a creator. I wouldn't even say like he's a shooter like that. I just think he's got no one to pass to. Like, if he goes to a top team, if you look at the chances created, he's always top. Like, chances created, like, it gets assists. Like, I actually think if he's in a dangerous position, he's probably more inclined to pass than to shoot. But because he knows he's in a team where no one else can get goals, that's why he shoots. That's why if he was to play for Man United, he would get a bag of assists, hella assists.
And I think like Sky Sports have to start bringing people with tests. They have to do tests before people can be pundits. Because how can he come with that comment about being the most fouled and say, oh, it doesn't see, when he's got the most chances created?
Yeah,
he's up there. He's up there with the De Bruyne's and all that. It just doesn't make sense. It's like they don't research and they just saying stuff so they can be controversial and have people come up. It doesn't. I'm stopping it there. That is just dumb. It is dumb.
Swap him with Michael Richards.
Yeah, I like Michael. Michael's funny
that's
still.
a good pundit right there.
Yeah. I want that Alex. What's her name? Alex Morgan back.
Alex Scott.
Alex Scott. Yeah. She was actually talking.
Yeah, she was good.
Most of the time.
She was good. Yeah.
She was good.
So you wanted to speak on another guy who creates a lot of chances. Liverpool's very own Scouser. What did you want to say? What did you want to touch on with Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Well, as I've seen recently, I know we just talked about Souness saying some dumb stuff, but this is the one thing I actually agree with Souness with, out of all crazy stuff he said, that Trent Alexander-Arnold could move into the midfield. Now, obviously, his natural position is a midfielder. That's what he started off with.
Yeah.
I know people say he didn't get through the academy. Obviously, he's not good enough for midfield.
No, he did. He was under 21 captain, but Klein got injured, and then they said to him, look, if you want to join the first team, be a right back. And he said, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's how I feel like it's not fair to say he'll never make it if he couldn't make it then. I don't think people know the full story with that, and they're jumping the gun. But having that sort of passing range, I know it's different because he's got a lot of space and time, but you'll never know until you put him in that position. I still feel, especially in the England lineup, when you're trying to play these long balls over the top, you need someone with that sort of tech. And England have got enough at right back. They got Reece James, they got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, they're both up and coming. They can do the job there. Put Trent in the midfield next to a holder, either that be Henderson or Declan.
Oh, you're saying more for England then, really?
Well, yeah. At the moment, Liverpool don't have to break anything. Maybe in the future when Hendo goes, you can put him there.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, as Liverpool, I don't really like when people say it. I see why it could work, but it's working as a right back, so I see why. Like, I just think I'm not too sure. Like, because you're basically saying he should play the KDB role, right? Like, literally just sort of like maybe play the right side of midfield, do that, like the round, like the sort of dip that middle where KDB like sort of plays. But I think why KDB works with him because he's a bit more box to box. He's a bit more stronger. He's a bit more like I think Trent is obviously when he's 25, he might have a different body, but he's a bit too lightweight for me.
He's got the boy body, ain't he? All of those players from 18 to 23 probably had that boy body. Martial was real skinny before. Now he's 24. You can see he's now can hold himself a bit. So I think with Trent, obviously not now for Liverpool, because Liverpool, you got something working. When Nico grows up a bit and he starts getting blended into the team more, then you can maybe start thinking, oh, look at the midfield, it's aging a bit. Henderson will be probably gone by that point. If you have Thiago, he'll be aging a bit, but you can still fit him in. Naby around, Ronaldo. Maybe start trying Trent out in there. And then...
It's mad out, though. I feel like... Well, the proper crossing, inshallah, like, we love it. Like, it's like a couple of years ago, we would hate if someone just spams crosses, we'll probably take the mick out of them. But like now, everyone wants someone who can. You see it with Reece James, you see it with like everyone wants a crossing, inshallah. Bro, it's mad.
No, but it's not even like he's just crossing hope. He's actually got tech.
Yeah, obviously,
This is what really annoys me. Football's gone. I feel like there's no one that can cross anymore. Every time I get so annoyed. Do you know who annoyed me the most? Who used to do it the worst? Antonio Valencia. All he ever done was hammer the ball. I swear to God, I'm just rip it. Find the head, fam. Don't just hit the ball across. Look for someone. Like Ashley Young was the best crosser I remember from back in his Villa days. That whip, he would find someone perfectly, and it was good crosses. The last one we ever had at United was Beckham, or even Nani, actually. Nani was a good crosser, but Beckham, his crosses, he actually looked for someone. It wasn't just cross and hope.
No, but when I'm saying this, I'm saying that KDB and Trent, they actually hit someone. Like, obviously, they do it. I'm just saying they do it a lot, the amount of attempts they do it, but they actually find someone. And they can find you on your head, they can find you literally on your stronger foot, they can find you like, so that's what I think is special about them. But yeah, no, definitely, I think it could be a shout in the future, but yeah. So I'm just gonna ask you just to round up. Like, I'll come to you, Nosa. How comfortable about top four? How comfortable? Or give me a word.
It's a bit dicey.
You're not confident?
It's not that I'm not confident. Our games aren't. They're quite tough compared to Man United. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've got Liverpool, and I think we've got Wolves or Leicester. One of them, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if Liverpool are going to play a light team or they want to get revenge after we beat Man in the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And Man U, they're on top form. Like, they think they're better than everyone right now. So I don't know.
Yeah. So Adrian and Joe, come to you. I think you're playing Leicester on the what's called final day of the season, aren't you?
Final day, yeah.
Yeah. So you think it's going to go down to that, or how do you think it's going to go? Are you confident?
No.
Confident?
Joe, you go first.
I think we're getting top four. I've looked at our running and I've analysed enough. I don't see anything apart from winning the rest of our games.
Really?
I think it can go down to the last game. I'll be honest. I think Leicester have got hard running. I think they're going to blow up before then. I think it's not even going to go to the last game. So yeah.
Interesting. I come to Adrian. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't think we'll go to the last game. Just the way I've seen Leicester, there's something missed. They're a young team and they're feeling the pressure now. They're feeling like, oh, we were there. Now we're slowly dipping. United catching up. Chelsea have just caught up to us. And I feel like Chelsea will drop a couple more points. Not as much as Leicester, but it's a Liverpool game. And who else was the other team that you got to face?
Wolves. I think it's Wolves.
Yeah. I think that'll be a tricky game. That'll be a tricky game. Liverpool, all you have to do is just give it your all. With Wolves, they could catch you at any point. And I think United, with the teams that they got to play, they have just too much firepower. Just from what I'm looking at now, United have too much firepower, more than any of the other two teams in the current top four. So yeah, I think United will pip it. I think United might even pip third if they keep on going on the run and teams drop points. But that's if. But United definitely going to get top four, personally.
Yeah, I think top four is going to be very interesting to see. Even just watching it, like, that's probably the bit I'm looking forward to the most in the league, like, the last run of games, like, in the top four. Even with Arsenal won against Wolves. They're not that far away. Like, if a couple of wins, they could climb it as well. So, and Tottenham are there as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, man, it's been a good pod, boys. Lovely speaking to you as always.